Mother Angela Arnett from the monastery in Melchthal, Switzerland, led a group of 5 sisters to found St. Martin's in Sturgis in 1889 to engage in the ministries of teaching and education.
And of course, Sturgis was a wild town in those days. When they came, nobody had provided a place for them to live. So they ended up the first few months in an abandoned tavern. But the townspeople came around and they did want a school. The sisters went right to work, and that was the beginning of school. And it just grew from there. So we could say that St. Martin's Academy, originated there and gradually was built up to be a 4-year high school.
In 1962, the sisters moved to Rapid City, built the monastery, high school, dormitory, and the chapel. It wasn't just schools as their focus. The sisters also began a hospital in 1897 in Deadwood, and in the early 1900s started a hospital in Hot Springs. Then in the mid-1920s, a hospital in Rapid City.
But we could say, in a sense, that it was the sisters who brought education and health care to this part of the world.
Sister Lorane joined the convent in 1949 as a high school student. As a nun, she explains, the main objective is to seek and worship God and live in community. In the sisterhood, you're bound to obedience to God and your fellow sisters.
And in order to live together in community, you have to listen to one another, and you have to help one another. In a sense, it's like a family, but it's not mama and daddy and children. It's grown-up people. But it's family in the sense that we really are committed to one another. So when we make our commitment to God through the community, we have a promise of obedience. We have a promise of what is called stability, which means we are bound to one another in a sense like married people are bound to one another. So ordinarily that's for life.
The present monastery was built when there were 33 sisters, and now they're down to 11. And Lorane says, with very few nuns joining the monastery, they are downsizing. The Diocese of Rapid City and the Catholic school system have inhabited the former monastery school and dorm. And the remaining sisters in the monastery are relocating just across the street to the Good Samaritan village to finish up their servanthood, with aspirations of leaving a legacy behind.
I understand that many people sort of know there's a monastery out here, but they don't know what's going on. And the academy, of course, has been closed since the 1990 or so. So we have a legacy of education and health care that will go on probably long after we're gone, perhaps. Let's hope it's going to go on for many, many years. We're very proud of the fact that we were able to find people who wanted to continue our work. And our spirit, the spirit of hospitality, the spirit of caring for one another, which is really important. It's sacred ground in a sense, and it's been used for good purposes, and we want that to continue.